How to describe the next guest? A comedian, musical maestro, strictly
winner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bill Bailey, helping aspiring actors now, getting the chance to make it big and secure a showbiz agent in his new talent show, Bring the Drama.
Each episode, the group recreates a scene from a real TV drama. This week, they head to Birmingham, home, of course, to Peaky Blinders. Let's have a look. Oh, amazing. Bill Bailey joins us now. Very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning.
This is a brilliant show. I mean, Peaky Blinders, obviously, sensational show.
What a show that was. Yeah.
But what you're doing in your show, Bring the Drama, is you've plucked 8 budding actors who do completely different jobs, never been to drama school.
That's right.
And you've said, right, let's see what you can do.
They're all completely untrained amateur actors, never done any TV before, and they're really thrown in the deep end here. And recreating these
do they belong
scenes.
to the local Amdram?
A few of them did, yes.
Yeah.
But they've never done anything like this, and it is a very steep learning curve for them. But of course, this is what TV acting's about. You have to be able to get a script, you have to go and learn the lines, and you have to be on point when you have to, when you show up on set.
And they're really, really good. Do you think that very well-trodden traditional path through drama school is simply too narrow and we are missing out on a ton of talent?
I think so, yeah, I think that's true. And I think that this proves that, that these actors, they've all got something, they're very watchable, they've got great charisma, but for whatever reason, they haven't been able to pursue what they wanted to do.
But it's such a dodgy profession, isn't it? Because, I mean, I read somewhere that at any given point, 98% of British actors are out of work. Yeah. Only 2% are actually working.
That's right.
So it's a really tricky profession
It's a precarious profession, no doubt. And
so what's the appeal?
Well, I think the thing is, it's the potential to do any kind of work. I think that's what draws people to it. You might be doing stage work, you might be in a TV series, you might get a film. You never quite know. That's the unknown quantity about it.
Is it the lure of fame as well?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably it is for some people, but I think certainly with these guys in this show, it's very much just about the craft. They've just loved being actors, wanting to be actors since they were kids.
What was your very first screen role? Was it in... Because you always tease me about the fact that I say, I loved you in Space,
yes,
and I loved you in Hot Fuzz.
I know.
But, of course, it's significant for these guys to know how you got your first job.
My path into acting was very much like a lot of other actors, and that was you get a bit of extra work. I signed up to a big agency, and they said, well, we'll get you some extra work in a TV series. I had a job in Casualty. I was a junior doctor in an episode of Casualty.
Do you have any lines?
I had something like, Mr. McElroy, will you come through now, please, or something. And and of course the whole family are all like, he's on the telly, he's on Casualty, and then it gets to it, and then they cut it out, and you think, typical. But it was. That's the experience of a lot of
what
young
breakthrough
actors.
then did that lead to if your first line was cut? Because a lot of people, that would be it then.
That would be it. And then the thing is, but then, the next thing is there's another big drama or another TV series comes on, you get a bit of extra work, and then you find out you might get a speaking part, and then very often, what I did was a theatre show. So there's all kinds of ways in. You end up working a job. I worked in a bar. I worked as a pianist. Then I started doing comedy. I mean, lots of young actors have to have a lot of side hustles.
Yeah, fingers and pies.
To keep the things going.
The bit that I would hate about the job, and I was thinking of this only yesterday afternoon, because I'm doing a sketch with Lenny Henry after this. We're filming a sketch for Red Noser.
Oh, right.
And I've got a few lines, and I had to learn them.
Yes.
And I am terrible at learning lines. I'm really bad at it. And I was just thinking, I've only got to learn about 8 lines here, right, and the order in which they come. How on earth do you learn the lines of a stage play, particularly if you're in the lead? How do you remember it all?
Yeah.
How do you get it in your head?
That's it. It's a lot of it is down to, in fact, weirdly, movement. So you kind of
associating the movement with line.
Movements with lines. So a chunk of dialogue. Oh, I'm over here. Then this action initiates this bit of dialogue. Yeah. So it's kind of a bit of sense memory as well as.
What happens if you're dry on stage?
Well, if you're dry on stage, very often you have a prompt at the side of the stage, and you can just say line, and somebody will offer up the line. But you don't want to be You don't want to do that, you know. No. You want to just make it up as you go along.
Yeah, you just ad-lib your way through it and hope that you get back on script.
You can see the other actors that kind of fear in their eyes.
Oh, no.
You've skipped an act.
And they're like, what? Well, there's a crucial bit of information you've missed there.
What about this debate we're having this morning? Frankie Boyle says he gets really annoyed by audience members at his stand-up shows because when they go out to the loo, there's an enormous amount of disruption. They get up to go, and then everyone has to get up to let them back. So once you're gone, you're gone.
Oh.
Is it something that's annoying you?
To be honest, no.
Or you don't notice?
I don't notice. I'll be honest with you, it's not a big issue.
Is there anything that annoys you when you're doing stand-up? Are there
mobile phones?
I think phones, yes, phones can be a bit of a problem.
going off or filming?
I think sometimes you can see people using their phones.
Just looking at it and not looking at you.
Yeah. And do you know what? There's some theatres I know in London that have a bit of tech that actually will block phones, will jam them from working. So, you know, sometimes that's useful. But I think generally you don't want people filming when you're in a show, you know. And then there's lots of announcements. People say, don't use your phone, please don't use your phone, you know, if you could refrain from using it. But people do, you know.
It would just put me off the performance. And not so much them filming, but the fact that they're not looking at what you're doing, what they've paid to see, but they're on their phone.
I know.
It would really tick me off, actually.
Well, my audience tend to be quite vocal anyway, so you get people who go on, Bill. That can be more distracting.
Well, you're still on tour.
Yeah.
But haven't you got some association with, aren't you encouraging people to get out?
Yes.
And go out for the day?
That's right.
Rather than to sit on their phones all day or watching shows on TV?
I'm on tour, yes. I'm on tour throughout February and March, but it's a great initiative that I've been working with the National Lottery. And from the 9th...
Which does lots of arts funding.
Lots of arts funding, you know, £30 million a week, people, you know, spending on the tickets, which go on, you know, good causes. Yeah. And this is a great initiative. 9th to the 17th of March, all these different country houses, National Trust properties, RSPB reserves, wonderful exhibitions all around the country, offering free entry with a National Lottery ticket or a scratch card.
Great idea.
And it doesn't have to be one from the week, it could be from any time. It's amazing.
Well, good luck with that. No time to talk about your other idea, which is to have strictly winners like you dancing off against each other. That would be a great episode. I'd love to see
I just thought, the champions episode.
It's a great idea,
You know?
And who would win it?
Oof.
Well, you'd be in it.
I'd
Bill,
give a good account of myself.
All right. Well, look, thanks for being here today, because he's got flu, so it's very nice of you to turn up this morning. Cheers, we appreciate it. A real pro.